Good morning. It's January 1st, 2017, about 9 a.m. I'm starting off my new year right. I'm dragging my ass to the gym. I had a really fun night last night. It was just me, Alicia, and her husband, Doug. I cooked dinner. I forgot how much I used to have people over a lot. In big groups, like in my tiny apartment, I'd have like 8 or 10 people. We'd all like sit around the coffee table, as many on the couch, as many on chairs, and then some people just sitting on the floor. It's been a long time since I've done that. But you know, having them over last night was really fun. So we had a really nice meal. As always happens with Alicia's husband, he ends up going, so I don't have cable TV in my living room. So he always finds his way to my bedroom to like put the TV on and watch like sports. So he was like lying in my bed watching like whatever. And Alicia and I were sitting out in the living room yapping and drinking wine. But it was really fun. And now here I am on my way to the gym, and it is quiet out. Nobody's peeping. I was gonna go to the movies this morning. Or like, I mean, it's only 9 now, but there was like a 9:15 showing of Manchester by the Sea. But I decided I really wanted to go to the gym. I mean, want isn't the right word, but I knew I had to go to the gym. And I like to get it out of the way first thing. So anyway, I guess that's it for now. I think after the gym, I'm going to go home, make myself some breakfast, and then I'm gonna pop over, I think, to Sephora. I wanna try out, well, I don't think Sephora has Estee Lauder, do they? There are 2 foundations I wanna try. I wanna try one of the Dior foundations, which Sephora has, so I wanna just see if somebody can color match me. And then I also wanna see, maybe I'll go to Saks and try an Estee Lauder foundation. Or I have one in my cart on Sephora, which is my like supposed color match according to them. But I don't know, I like to try them out in person. You never know. So that's that. It's a beautiful day out. Look at that, blue skies all around. It's gonna be sad when all these like holiday decorations go by the wayside. All the wreaths and the bows. I'll miss it. It's back to reality. Oh, the other thing, so next weekend is my birthday. I have mixed emotions about it. I mean, I love my birthday. Like, I love celebrating with friends and family. And Alicia and Sandy and I are going to Charleston, so I'm really excited. But I'm gonna be 47, which I'm less excited about. Like, I'm officially late 40s. The only positive thing I'll say, well, I have lots of positive things to say, but the one I'm gonna say right now is like, I don't feel like I look 47. I have a girl that works for me, and she worked for me a long time ago and then came back. And she tells me, she's like, you're the only person who hasn't aged. I love her. But she also works for me. She knows where her bread is buttered. Anyway. Hello. So I'm back from the gym. I'm showered. I have no makeup on because I am going to go to Sephora and try to play around with some foundations. So I figured best not to go with like a made up face. And so I came back. I made myself breakfast. I'll insert a picture. I was good. I made eggs, like a spinach omelet, like an egg and spinach omelet, with some tomatoes and some smoked salmon on the side. No carbs. Because I'm trying to be good. I did like a little over a half an hour on the bicycle at the gym. Oh my God. So I was watching, what's that morning? Sunday mornings on CBS. There's a really good Sunday morning, like, I don't want to call it a news program, but like, I don't know. It's kind of like the Sunday morning, like Today Show-ish thing, but it's really good. I don't really like the Sunday Today Show. But they did a little bit on Carrie Fisher and what's her mother's name? Debbie Reynolds. And it was so good. It was so good. And then they did this bit on this older man who lost his wife and like kind of went into deep depression. And then randomly, like with a snarl on his face, was at the grocery store one day. And some little girl like came up to him and said, hey, mister, like, it's my birthday. Can you give me a hug? Like some 4-year-old little girl or something. And they developed this like friendship, and she kind of gave him a new lease on life. It was like, I was welling up. But anyway, so if I can find it, I'm going to put a link to it because it really moved me. It was so lovely. But yeah, so I'm off to Sephora. I don't know. So I pinged with my friend Nicole earlier in the week about doing something tonight, but like we never really firmed up a plan. So I don't know if I'm doing anything tonight or not. I honestly would be fine to stay home. I have so much leftover food from yesterday. Like, first of all, I was so, in the right frame of mind at the grocery store yesterday. I'm like, I'm going to buy all this food. I'm going to cook up a bunch of stuff so I can bring lunches to work and not eat a bunch of crap. So I bought all this food, but honestly, I think I bought way more than I needed because I had so much left over from last night that'll definitely last me a few days. But I bought ground turkey. I was going to make turkey meatloaf. And I also bought a flank steak a flat iron steak that I'm going to marinate in ginger and garlic and soy sauce. And I don't think I need to make all that. Maybe I'll just make the steak and I have leftover chicken and I'll put the ground turkey in the freezer and then I'll have that for next weekend. So anyway, I am wearing the same sweater I wore last night. These jeans, which are the frame, like staggered hem jeans, and my Gucci boots. And I'm going to wear the Stella McCartney coat. And, my apron is still hanging here. I'm going to wear the Chanel bag that I was carrying last week. So, this is just the get up for the little shopping expedition. Yeah, so that is, that. I'll report back on my, findings at Sephora. I hope you're enjoying your day. Bye.
Was admit that maybe the past was bad. And so, for the sake of momentum, I'm condemning the future to death so it can match the past.
Ok, Okay, Mr. Mix.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No is the saddest experience you'll ever know. Yes, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know. Because one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. It's just no good anymore since you went away. Now I spend my time just making rhymes of yesterday. Because one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number, much, much worse than two.
Okay, so I've just gotten home. I've done a little vlogging this weekend, and I did take you along. I went over to Barnes & Noble. I popped into Sephora again, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. And then I went and met a couple friends for a last-minute lunch, which was nice. Sorry. I'm futzing around because I feel like my hair is a mess, but I just came in from outside and it was windy. So anyway, so yesterday I went to Sephora and I went to Saks. And when I went to Sephora yesterday, I wanted to try specifically one of the Christian Dior foundations and the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. And so I had a lovely guy help me. And you know, they do that color match thing there. And the interesting thing was the color that they like take a picture with this little gadget and it tells you what color they think you are. And then sometimes they tweak it after they try things on you. And the color he came up with for me turned out to be like different than the last two times I've gotten color matched, which was interesting. He said I was something with an R in it, which I wonder if I can find what it was. It, like, when there's an R in it, I think it means red. And when there's a Y in it, I think it means you have like yellow undertones. So here, my color match from yesterday has been updated. Does this tell me what I am? The email? I don't know. Oh yeah, so yesterday I was 2R07. And previously I've been like something Y something something. Both other times, but both different colors. And I asked him and he was like, well, I'm surprised you wouldn't be an R because you have so much red undertone to your skin. I'm like, I know. So I purposely went in yesterday with nothing on my face. And I really liked him. So he got me my color in both the Dior, which one was it? The Dior Forever, because I ended up getting it. The Dior Forever, guess that's the Dior Skin Forever foundation, and then the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And he literally put like one on one half of my face and one on the other half of my face. And what I really wanted was something that was still full coverage, but a little more like more of a medium to full, whereas I usually wear like full, because I really like to try to cover up the red. And so the Estee Lauder Double Wear was definitely more on the full side, and the Dior one was still full, but you could still see a little bit of the redness, but not in a bad way. It looked a little more natural. I don't know if that's the right thing, because the other one, not that it looks unnatural, but I guess natural for me because I have natural redness. So I bought the Dior, and I used it today. So this is it. Yeah, this is the Dior Forever Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear Pore Refining Effect. This has SPF 35, and this is the color 032. It had a name, but I don't remember. But anyway, so I used it today. And I think and it was basically several hours ago now, and I think my skin still looks pretty good. I will say the formula of this is thinner than what I'm used to, like a little more runny sounds derogatory, but I don't mean it in a bad way, but a little more runny than what I usually use. But I like it. But I also decided, so like yesterday after, I should step back. The guy that helped me at Sephora, his name was Tom, after he put them on, he was like, if you have time, go shop or do something for an hour and then come back and let's see how they wear. And so that's when we decided to get the Dior one. But then when I came home later in the day, like I wore it, all afternoon. And they both wore well, but the Estee Lauder had more coverage all day. So I went back today and also got the Estee Lauder Double Wear in, what color am I? Pebble. So I went back and got this today, and I'm going to use that too. And then the other thing I wanted to tell you, so since he sent me on a wild goose chase, but he basically said, kill an hour. So I went to Italy, and so there are clips in here, either before, after, or interspersed. I'm not sure how I'll do it. But I went to Italy. That place is a mob scene. The concept is awesome, but unless it dies down, I can't see myself going there. But I wanted to go wander around, so I went there. I went into Club Monaco. They have I really like the stuff they have in there, but I am a plus-size girl living in a small girl world in that store because nothing fits me. Like, everything was, like, too tight. Nothing fit. And there was this, salespeople should take the cue from the shopper. So the girl that was, like, there the second I walked in the door, I picked up a couple things. She came over. Would you like me to start a fitting room? Yes, please. Thank you very much. Are you looking for anything in particular? I said, no, I'm just wondering. Tops? Solids? I'm like, I'm just looking for whatever catches my eye. Oh, well, here's this cute little, she showed me this one of those little pinafore type jumpsuits, which I think are adorable on some people. They are not for me. And I said, I don't think that's for me. Well, we also have one in a skirt over there if you want that. I'm like, I don't think it's for me. And the whole time I was in, she honestly made the experience unpleasant. She wouldn't leave me alone. I'm trying to tell you in a nice way, I just want to wander. And if I see something, I will pick it up. If I don't find my size, I'll ask you for it. But if not, I'm okay. So anyway, I did find a lot. I think I tried on 10 things, but it was not pretty. All the sweaters, they only go up to large. They don't have any extra larges. And they're all, they were all very fitted. And I just, it was not good. But they had so many cute, little sweaters with these, lace collars or, ruffles or, ruffles coming out of the sleeves. I wish the stuff fit me. Because I thought so much of it was adorable. But I bought nothing there. So then, still with more time to kill, I went to Saks. And I just did a little peek through the sale rack because everything is not everything, but the sale stuff is an additional 25% off the sale price, so it ends up being 70% off. So I tried on a Stella McCartney top, which if it had fit me, I might have bought it, but it was too small. It wasn't the right size for me. I tried on a Balenciaga coat / jacket, which I really liked, but my critical mind, I said, you really like this, but with all the other jackets and coats you have, would you pick this over whatever else you have? And I was like, no. But I did buy this Fendi blouse. It's beautiful. So it's like just a classic blouse. It buttons like, you know, buttons right up to here. It's got kind of like a little keyhole, this pretty keyhole. The Fendi button. I love the ruffle. And then, like, look at the sleeve. Like, I think this is going to be really pretty underneath a blazer with, like, this peeking out of the bottom of the sleeve. Like, I love it. So it was still expensive. Oh, I didn't realize the color is, like all little pieces. Because it just looks ruffly. But anyway, it was still expensive, but in the grand scheme of what, you know, initially it was a good deal. So this was the thing that I bought yesterday. So I love that. And then that's it. And then today I went back to Sephora. I told you I just had lunch with my friends. I've decided in the new year something I could work on is patience. So while I was out, my phone rang. I didn't recognize the number, so I didn't answer it. And then I listened to the voicemail. And basically, the people that do my laundry, like, have a key to my building, and I leave the stuff outside my door, and they come get it, and then the next day they bring it back, washed, dried, folded. So the girl calls me. She's like, I can't get into your building. And I'm like, why? She's like, the key doesn't work. I'm like, well, the key should work. It's the same key. See, I was like a bitch. I'm like, the key should work. It's the same key you've had for years, so figure it out. This is like the work Lissy. The work Alyssa. Lissy is this, and work is like. So she was like, well, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to come back later. I'm like, that's fine if you want to come back later, but I still need my laundry back tomorrow. So if that's going to change how you approach this, then you have to figure it out. So anyway, she figured it out because somehow she got my laundry. But I feel like I was a bitch. And then I was walking to meet my friends for lunch. And in Boston, occasionally they have these people that work for, I don't know, like I don't know if they're taking surveys or soliciting donations for things, but they always have like a clipboard and they stand in the middle of the sidewalk and there's usually one facing that way and one facing this way. And like you have to like veer around because they want to stop you and yap at you about whatever they're selling, soliciting for, whatever. And I'm just like, you know what? I hate to be a bitch. I know you're just trying to do your job, but like, leave me alone. So anyway, the guy, they try to make clever conversation. Isn't that part of a line of a Billy Joel song? I don't want to make clever conversation. It is. So I had this Harrods bag with me because I went to Barnes & Noble to get a couple of the international fashion mags. I got British Vogue and Paris Vogue. And he's like, oh, I didn't know there was a Harrods in Boston. When did that happen? So I just ignored him and walked away. And I thought to myself, I'm like, Lissy, you need to like develop a little patience and sometimes maybe a little compassion, but for the guy's just trying to do his job. You could at least say kindly, like, no, thank you. Serenity now. So on that, I will end this video, but I am going to film another one right away of some favorite items. So I will see you soon. Bye.